الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ربنا زدنا علما أجمعين وعلمنا الكتاب آمين. So let's go over the homework for lesson 11. So this would be the first exercise. Right? Yeah. All right. So we're on page 61. If you have the black and white book, if you have the other book, I think it doesn't have. You have to get book 2. Who wants to read the first sentence? Brother Osman, go ahead. Read it and then translate it.
من في هذا البيت.
It's not fit.
من في هذا البيت.
Okay, what is bait going to end with? That T2. هذا البيتي, right? Why? It's majroor because of the fi. في هذا البيتي, in this house, right? So في هذا البيتي is majroor. Okay, what does man في هذا البيتي mean?
Who is in this house?
Who is in this house, and what's the answer?
فيه حامد.
فيه حامد. What does that mean?
In
it is hamid, right? So when we discussed when we just read the pronouns, we said that you can attach them to prepositions as well, right? So you have who, huma, whom, and then ha, huma, hunna, and then ka, huma, hum, he, huma, hunna, and then what's for me? Ya mutakallim, and then na. So we said that when you have prepositions like fi, you can attach, and if you want to attach the who to it, you can do it, but what do you have to change about the who? You have to make it a kasra, right? So the rule is when you have a ya with a sukoon or something that has a kasra, instead of fi who, you're going to say fi he. Right? So if we have something like, so the sentence we just read, it says fihi who? What does it say? Fihi hamid. This is the sentence that we just read, right? Alright. Fihi hamidun. Where? So first of all, is this a nominal sentence or verbal sentence? It's a nominal sentence, right? So we said that a nominal sentence begins with a noun, right? Does this begin with a noun? No, it begins with a preposition. Where is the noun? Hamidun. Hamidun is your subject. Right? So in this case, even it is a nominal sentence, but the noun is delayed until after the preposition. So nominal sentence can do that. We said that it begins with a noun, but there's some places where the noun or the subject, whatever you're talking about, can be delayed until afterwards. Okay? So we said, so in this case, this is your mubtada. Mubtada means subject. So if Hamidun is my subject, then where is my predicate? Where's my news? Fihi, right? Fihi, it means, he is my predicate. What is it called in Arabic?
خبر.
Khabar. Okay. So you have, so if I switch this around and I said Hamidun fihi, would that make sense? Yes, but it's more, the more common way to say it is fihi hamidun. Okay, fihi hamidun. And fihi means in it, or in. It can mean in him or in it, but in this case, because we're talking about Bayt, the house, then it means in it. What if the sentence said, Man fi, who is in this room? Would it still be fihi? Yes. What would it be? Fiha, right? It would be fiha because you're referring to room, which is ghurfatun. Ghurfatun is feminine, so instead of fihi, it would be fiha.
So are you saying that that's like kind of like the form when you see like the preposition in all about the pronoun and then the name, you should have it that way, you just say it's the name.
Yeah, this is the more common or more eloquent way to say it. Not always, um, but but I'm just saying know that it can be like this. Yes.
Can you just list off the prepositions?
Yes. What else is there besides fi? Ala means on. What else? Ila means to, and then what else? Fi we just said in. Min means from. Li or la, right, which means to or belongs to. What else? Sorry. Amama is a adverb in front of. Bi, which means with. What else? Ala, ila, min, li, bi. Those are adverbs. So tahta, amama. Actually, we're going to do that today. So we will, on Wednesday we join all of these with these prepositions, right? So we said minhu, minhuma, minhum, right? So you can do that with all of these. Does that answer your question? There's more, but those are but okay, let's do adverbs. Okay, what is amama mean? In front of. Okay, what's behind? Khalfa. Khalfa. Fawqa, which means above. What else? Tahta, which means under. Under, behind. Someone else said something else. Huh? Tahta is below. We did next to, right? Inda. Inda is like with or next to. Are you thinking of something else? Inda has two meaning. Inda has two things. Inda can mean with, or it can mean belongs to. But really, it's with. Like if I say indi qalamun, I'm saying with me is a pen, even though it implies that I own it. Um, but you're saying with me literally means with me is a pen. So inda is with. What else we have? We said ma'a, which means also with. Right? It's not a person, right? It's an object, right? So you say indi sayyaratun, I have a car. But if I say I have a brother, I'm not gonna say indi. I'm gonna say li, right? So li akhun, I have a brother.
So Hindi is I have or I'm with?
Indi means with me. So if I'm saying a pen is with me, I have a pen, I'm going to say عندي قلم or قلم عندي. Um, what else do we have? Is that it? الذي, that means who, right? So we're gonna that's not so we're gonna leave that. Okay. So let's actually, so basically the same way that you can attach ala to all of these 14, ala, fi, ila, da, 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 you can attach all of these adverbs to all 14 of these. Okay. So what we're gonna do, let's just go down and actually, so the thing, yeah. So let's go down. So let's start with amama, right? So if you want to say in front of him or in front of it, we're going to say imama, who, and then imama, huma, and imama, hum, imama, ha, imama, huma, imama, hunna, imama, ka, imama, kuma, imama, kum, imama, ki, imama, kuma, imama, kunna, imami, in front of me, imama, na, imama, na. Okay, imama means in front of us.
So, grammatically, what's the difference between a preposition and an adverb, since they both take the same meaning and the word followed both takes the past form?
Yeah, so these are called in Arabic lafz, and these are called harf. They both, the noun that follows both of them is mudaf ilayhi. It's in the jar majrur form. But they have, yeah, these have slightly different uses too. They have a little bit of different rules, especially with tahta and so. We're gonna learn like qabla and ba'da, which means before and after. So those would fall in the adverbs category. Yes, yes. Um, yeah, tahta al-bayti, right? Under the house. بعد تحتها الأنهار. Trying to think of Quran ayah. Right, so in the Quran it says, Inna dina inda Allahi al-Islam, right? You say inda Allah, it's majhul. The religion with Allah is Islam. Okay, let's do khalfa and then go down the list and let's do it quickly, okay? So khalfa, hu, khalfa, huna, khalfa, hum, khalfa, ha, khalfa, huna, khalfa, hunna, khalfa, ka, khalfa, huma, khalfa, hum, khalfa, ki, khalfa, huma, khalfa, hunna, khalfi, khalfuna. Okay. How about fawqa, brother Anwar? Can you do the rest of all of it?
فوقه
Mhm.
فوقهما
فوقهما
فوقهما فوقهما
فوقهم
فوقه
فوقها
فوقه
فوقها
فوقها فوقهما
Mhm.
فوقهن
Mhm.
فوقك
فوقك
فوقكما
فوقكما
فوقكم
Mhm.
فوقك
Mhm.
فوقكما فوقكن
كنا
كن فوقك
فوقي
فوقي
Mhm.
فوقنا
فوقنا.
فوقنا.
Allah says, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا فَوْقَهُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. So for the people who have taqwa, فَوْقَهُمْ means above them is the day of judgment. Meaning like they behave or they act in this life as if the day of judgment is right above their heads. Right? For the people who have taqwa. How about عند Sister Taha? So start with عنده. Mhm. 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 عندي Okay. How about ma'a, brother Uthman?
معه
Ma'ahu.
معهما
Mhm.
معهم
Mhm.
معها
Mhm.
معهما
Good one.
معهن
With you.
معك
Mhm.
معكما معكم
Mhm.
معك معكما معكن معي
Ma'i. Keep going.
معنا
Ma'ana. Okay, so ma'a plus ya mutakallim is ma'i. Okay, so the ya mutakallim is going to bring everything down. Okay. So those are all of the adverbs that you can conjugate for that. And you're going to see them tons of places in the Quran. Okay? Just anytime you open up the Quran. Okay? Okay, so let's go back to lesson 11. Number 2, how about Brother Yusuf?
مات في الحقيبة فيها كتابي وقلمي ومكتبي.
Okay, translate.
What is in the bag?
Mm-hmm.
In it is my book, my pen, and my notebook.
My book, my pen, and my notebook. So we're doing the Iqra Waqtub homework exercise. Number 3, Sister Aulia. من في السيارة. Mhm. Okay, what does that mean? Who is in the car? Mhm. Right. My father, my mother, my sister, and my brother are in the car, are in it. Okay. Number 4, Brother Uthman. Yeah.
من من في مسجد من من في من في مسجد الجامعة جامعة الآن في ما في ما في ما فيه أحد.
Okay. What does man fi masjid al-jami'at al-an mean?
who who is in who is in the masjid of the university
Who is in the masjid of the university? And what's the answer?
now.
Who is in the masjid of the university now? Did we say al-an? Al-an is an adverb, but it means now. Okay. And what does ma fihi ahad mean?
No, no,
No, no, there's nobody in it. Basically saying there's no one in it. So we said ma has, for up till now we've learned two meanings. One is that ma means what? If you're asking a question, right? The first lesson we said ma hada, or what's that? Ma hada, what is this? Right? So you're gonna use it to ask a question meaning what. In this case, this is another use of ma where you're negating something. Okay, negating the ma of negation basically is what it means. So in this case, you wouldn't use la. La is just a particle; it just means no, right? So you can't answer the question man fi masjid al-jami' al-an with la. Because that just means no. Like if someone asks you, is there who is in the masjid of the university right now? You can't say no, right? You have to say no one is in it. So that's why you use ma. So ma negates whatever. So fihi ahadun would mean there's someone in it. Ma fihi ahadun means there is nobody in it. Okay. Just like the email that I sent today, we said I have a car. How do you say I have a car? عندي سيارة. With me is a car. And how do you negate that? I don't have a car. ما عندي. ما عندي سيارة. Okay? With me. ما عندي. How would you say he doesn't have a car? Or let's say he doesn't have a book. Not عندي. He. ما عنده كتاب. Okay, how do I say I don't have a sister? You don't use, so for family, for people, you don't use عند, you use لا, right? So how do I say I have a sister? لي أخت. I have a sister. So how do I negate that? مالي. مالي. There's actually a more eloquent way to say it, but I'm not going to do that. But you just use ma with عندي too to just negate it. ما عندي, ما عنده, ما عندنا. So there's something in the Quran. There's something with ma عند, I think. Okay. Number 5, Sister Shireen, do you have it? هذه. Who is in this room? Al-Mudir. What does that mean? In it is the headmaster, the principal. So in the headmaster is in it. In what? In the room. So ghurfa is feminine, so you use ha. Okay? How would you say al-mudiru, mudira, mudiri? Mudiru. Why? It's al-mudir, but it's al-mudiru. But why is it marfu? It's a mubtada, right? It's a subject. So your subject is always marfu. Okay? Subject is always marfu. And then your khabar is? And then the next exercise we said uhibbu means I love, right? أحب أمي وأبي أحب زميلي أحب الله أحب أخي وأختي أحب أستاذي أحب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أحب اللغة العربية. So all of these أحب means I love. We haven't learned like you love or they love or whatever. They're just showing that just so that you can say it. Okay. And what's special about the object that what you say I love? It becomes. What's the case of it? Is it marfu, mansub, majrur? You say uhibbullah, ha. Uhibbullah, right? So the ha means that it's mansub. So this is the first case that we're going to learn that when you have an object of a verb, because uhibbu is a verb, it means I love. So whatever you love, the object gets a fatha. So if I say I love Islam, I'm going to say uhibbul Islam. No, uhibbul Islam. Okay. All right. Any questions? All right. Let's see. Let's take a couple minutes break and then we'll do lesson 12. Actually, did you guys, this was probably like 2 weeks back, but did you do these new conversation exercises with Brother Mahin? You were here? You have it? Okay. Who didn't do it? We'll see if we have time. We can do some of it. We can do it again. You add the adjective after the mudaf and mudaf. So if you're saying my book, kitabi, or you can't say my old book, you're going to say kitabi, yeah, kitabi qadim.
Like if you wanted to add something to the kitabi, like my big book,
Mhm.
it would be kitabi, kitabi kabir,
Yeah.
and then the actual book would change. So I'm not talking about the mubtada and the khabar. I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Right. So your kitabi kabirun would be one like sort of
but
my.
you wouldn't change that if if you're adding
If no, if well, it depends. If the kitab, because in this case the kitab is marfu and it's singular and it's so the kabirun follows that. But if the kitab becomes majrur or something, then you would have to follow that too.
but not with nothing with like the pronoun being added. That doesn't affect the other two.
Nothing with the pronoun being added.
Yeah. So like instead of kitabi kabir, kitabi
Kabirun, right.
that doesn't affect
No.
the
Yeah.
other two.
So because you have to follow the possessors the rest and keep that B first. Okay. So in this lesson 12, we're gonna do. We're gonna introduce another way to conjugate the verb in the past tense. So for now, up till now, we've learned third person singular male, like dhahaba means he went, right? And then in the lesson 10, they showed how you can say you went if you're talking to one male, dhahabta, and then you went female, dhahabti. And then they also introduced I went, which is dhahabtu, dhahabtu. In this lesson, they're going to show if I want to say she went, I'm going to say the but. So dhahabat is different than dhahabta or dhahabtu. Why? What is different in these two? There's a sukoon on the what? On the ta, right? And there's no sukoon on the ba, right? So when you get to second person, um, yeah, in this case, in the second person, you put a fatha. I'm sorry, a sukoon on the third root letter, right? So there's three root letters, za, ha, ba. When you get down to the the second person, you're gonna put a sukoon right here. But in this case, you're gonna leave it zahaba, but this is called a taltain. This is for showing that it's feminine. So zahaba and zahabat. Okay, so she went. This is the rule for the verbs, for the three-letter roots, that the da with a sukoon at the end is to identify the feminine. Yeah. It's not that marfuta. It is open. Okay, so you have dhahaba, dhahabat. You go down to second person. Dhahabta, dhahabti, dhahabtu is I went. Okay. What's jalasa? He sat. So what would be she sat? Jalasat. So you can follow this pattern for any verb or any three-letter verb. That's normal. What would be you sat? Jalasta. Okay. And then you female sat. Jalasti. Jalastu means I sat. Good. Jalasti. So you can do this with any verb, right? We haven't introduced kataba yet, but you can apply it to kataba. Kataba means what? He wrote. So when we show a verb in its original form, we're going to be showing it in the male singular past tense. So kataba, it's to write, but it means in this case he wrote. He wrote it. It's a male singular in the past tense. Okay? What would be she wrote? Katabat. What would be I wrote? Katabtu. And what would be you female wrote? Katabti. And you male wrote? Katabta. Okay? So you can do it for any verb up till now. So you know 5 conjugations so far. There's 9 more, but they're easy. Okay? All right. What else is in lesson 12? Okay, we've learned the possessive. ذهبت مريم. Well, I'm saying when you usually when you're saying when if I say like what's the verb for to eat or something, I'm going to give it to you in the original form, which is for a male singular. But it's going to be conjugated. But this is just how it's conjugated. He sat, or he wrote, or he ate. But but anytime you see it in a different form, there's going to be stuff attached to it, or it's going to be in a different. But this is like this is the simplest form of the verb, simplest conjugation. No, yeah. So the verbs they are always they're conjugated, so the nouns are just nouns. You won't see a ta marbuta in the verb.
So this will also be applied to kharaja.
Yes. What's kharaja? He left. What would be she left? Kharaja. Kharaja is he left, but if I add a jat, if I add a ta with a sukun, it's she left. Kharaja. What would be I left? Kharajtu. Okay, and you left kharajta, and then kharajti is you female left. Alright. The other thing is, you said alladhi is for who, for masculine, and then for who, for feminine is going to be allati. Alladhi, allati, who for feminine. Alright, let's do lesson 12. This is a long reading, but inshallah we should be able to get through it. Alright, so this is Ad-Dars Al-Thani Ashar, lesson 12. Su'ad is, so this is female characters. Sister Tyra, read the first one. First line. Assalamu alayki wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. What does that mean? Mhm. So she's talking to a woman, right? Assalamu alayki. Okay, what's wa rahmatullahi? And the mercy of Allah, what's wa barakatuhu? And his blessing. Right? So you see how it says barakatuhu. So the plural of baraka is barakat. And if you want to say his blessings, barakatuhu. So the barakatun is a blessing. Barakatun. Barakatun. Barakatun is blessings. So barakatun is singular, barakatun is plural. If I want to say his blessings, I just add the pronoun for that, right? To who? To who? Barakatuhu. That's what it says when you say wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What does the bint say, Sister Alia? What is bint? Daughter or girl? Like usually, if it's not someone you know, it doesn't have to mean actual blood daughter or like blood relative daughter, but it can just mean a small girl. Okay. Wa alayki salamu. Mhm. So it's basically returning the greeting, right? Talking to a woman. You usually just say assalamu alaikum, but you can personalize it if you're just talking to one person. Assalamu alayka, assalamu alaykuma if you're just talking to two people, right? Next sentence, Zubaydah. Yeah, bintu. Okay, so this is another sentence, a question that we haven't come across. Kaifa. Kaifa means how, as a question. So far we've learned for questions, ma, which means what, and man, which means who. Like we said, man hada, who is this? Now we learn kaifa, which means how. Um, So كيف حالك means, or كيف حالك in this case means, how are you? Okay, so let me write this down. كيف حالك. Or does it say حالك, right? So this means how are you? Halun means the word hal is from halun. Halun means condition. Okay? So the word hal or halun means condition. So when you say haluka or haluki, it means your condition. Right? Haluhu means his condition. Hali means my condition. Right? It's from word, right? Hal. Yes, hada. Ya hada. Um, okay, so haluki means how, basically, literally, you're saying how is your condition. Were you just saying how are you? Okay, next sentence, Shireen. أنا بخير. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so this is the first time that they're introducing, or maybe not the first time, but you're seeing what is be here. It's a preposition, right? So you have bi khayr. Okay, khayrun means good. Khayrun means good. Okay. So when you add a b to it, which is a harf jar, the ism becomes majroor. So instead of khayrun, it becomes khayrin. So it literally means I am good. Like you just b is just there for yeah, it's a preposition that's gonna be there. Ana bi khayrin. Okay? Or you can just say بخير. So yeah, or yeah, or just Alhamdulillah, right? Everyone says Alhamdulillah. All right. Next one's to Bahra. Others to say من أين أنت, which means the other question we learned is أين, right? أين means where. So what's من أين? From where? From where are you? Basically, where are you from? And what's the answer? Read it. أنا من الرياض. Is it رياضو, رياضة, رياضي?
D.
رياضي, right? Because of the min. أنا من الرياض, which means I am from Riyadh. Brother Najm, next one. ما اسمك, or join it, masmuki. So what's masmuki mean? What is your name? What's the answer? Aminatu. Ismi Aminatu. So my name is Amina. Okay, brother Anwar, next. You skipped the line. Go back. Aina Abu Abuki. Abuki. What does Aina Abuki mean? Where is your father? So we said Abun means father, right? Abun, right? And we said that whenever you attach it to a pronoun, you're going to use Abu, right? Abuka, Abuhu, Abuha. So Abuki means your father. To a female. So she's asking her, where is your father? Next one, brother. Read the one after Aina Abuki. Abi. What's Abi? So Abi, Abun plus Ya Mutakallim, Abi, my father. Huna. Abi Huna, which means here. My father is here. Keep going. في المدينة المنورة. So مدينة المنورة is just the city of Medina. Okay. هو موجه. This is hold on, let me see. I think it means guide. Is that what it's saying? Lesson 12. Does everybody have does everybody have muwajjih? Okay. They don't list, they don't say the what it means in the back, but I think it means like a guide, or basically guide, or like someone who's directing something or guiding something. في المدرسة الثانوية, he is a guide in the, what's مدرسة الثانوية? Secondary school, right? Secondary school. Okay. Next one, brother Uthman. Munawwara. Madinatul Munawwara is the city of the illuminated city. Munawwara is illuminated. They just, yeah, it's like an honorary title given to Medina. No. المدينة المنورة. Okay, next sentence, Brother Uthman.
وأين أمك؟
He said,
أمك.
وأين أمك? Right, so for the same with abun, it's different for ummun, right? So ummun, you just say ummuka, ummuhu, ummuha. So وأين أمك means,
And where is your mom?
and where is your mom? And answer the question.
هي أيضا هنا.
What does that mean?
She's also here.
أيضا means also. She is also here. Keep going.
هي طبيبة في
Not fil. Fi.
في هي طبيبة في
مستشفى.
مستشفى
What's مستشفى?
hospital.
Hospital. And what's الولادة? مستشفى الولادة.
مستشفى
Wiladati is like like a maternity hospital. Maternity hospital. Mustashfa al-Wilad is basically like, yeah, we're for kids, right? So what's hiya tabibatun?
She's a doctor.
She's a doctor in the maternity hospital. She's a doctor in the maternity hospital. Brother Yusuf, next one. He said it's not min, it's waman, so who? What does that mean? Fatatun is a young girl, right? Fatatun. So who is this young girl? Allati, which means who. What's ma'aki? With you, right? So we said ma'a, you can use it for a person who is physically there with you. Who is this young girl who's with you? Ahiya ukhtuk means, is she your sister? Ahiya ukhtuki, is she your sister? What's the answer, Brother Abdul? Ammi. So ammun means it's a paternal uncle, right? Or it's uncle. It's one of the uncles. Ammun is uncle, so ammi means my uncle. If you're yeah, okay. Actually, Imam Sami was just saying that, right? He was saying someone he was saying that someone what you used to say. He was telling a story where this guy was like he was in trouble or something, or like someone was harassing him, and so he had a sheikh or someone who he like revered, and instead of calling on Allah, like, oh Allah help me, he said Ya Ammi. So he called on his sheikh, basically saying my uncle, right? So that's what he's saying. Ya Ammi. Okay, so Ammi means my uncle. So Hiya bintu Ammi means she is the daughter of my uncle. She is the daughter of my uncle. Okay. This is actually a double mudaf ilayhi, right? So Ammi means let me say this. Bintu Okay. So the daughter of the uncle of mine is literally because whenever you have ammi or ammuka or whatever, this is a mudaf and mudaf ilayhi by itself. But also bintu am is also a mudaf mudaf. So the daughter of the uncle of mine. Okay. So this is a double mudaf mudaf ilayhi. All right. Read the next one again. Read the next one, Brother Abdul. Combine them. Masmuha. Masmuha means what is her name? And read the answer. Ismuha Fatima, which means her name is Fatima. Sister Tahir on the right. Next sentence. Sorry, the other one. We're going in a circle. We're going in a round. Here zamilatuki, which means is she your colleague, right? Zamilatuki, your colleague. Sister Alia, next. Madrasa. Mhm. أنا في المدرسة المتوسطة. المتوسطة. Exactly. It's a little مدرسة fifth ثانوية. Okay, that was a little tricky. What's that mean? لا, no. أنا في المدرسة المتوسطة means أنا. I. What's مدرسة المتوسطة? Middle school. And وهي في المدرسة الثانوية. She's in secondary school, right? That was a tough one. Sister Zubayr, the next one. لك أخت. What does that mean? What's laka? You have, right? Do you have a sister? And what's the answer? Read it, Sister Zubayr. أخت. What does that mean? MashaAllah, I don't have a sister. أخت. أخت. It's reversed. Ukht is literally ukhtun li, a sister to me. So the mubtada is reversed. No. So I don't have a sister. What's the next sentence, Shireen? Alaki akhun. What does that mean? Do you have a brother, right? Just so it's like la, laka, laki, which means you have, or to you. Do you have a brother? Read the answers, Shireen. أخ كبير. Good. طالب بالجامعة. So بالجامعة is حرف جر اسم مجرور. جامعة means what? University. So he is a student in the university. So we said B could mean with or in, right? So in this case it means in the university. He is a student. Because it would mean that he is literally inside the university right now. So in this case, it means that he is enrolled and he's admitted to that university. So B has a lot of uses. So I have a big brother, and he is a student in the university. Next one is Sutara. هذا الطفل. What does that mean? What's طفل? It's a child, right? Or like a baby. It's smaller than a child. So ومن هذا الطفل means and who is this baby? الذي معك. Who is with you? What's the answer, Brother Najwa? It's ibnu akhi. So it's huwa ibnu akhi. So he is the, what's ibn? Son. What's akhi? brother, right? So he is the son of mine. But literally, it's your cousin. It's your cousin. That's how you say cousin. There's no word for cousin in Arabic. You say ibnu akh. Actually, no, ibnu akh. No, 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 no. Yeah, this is nephew. Sorry. Yeah, this is the word for nephew. I'm thinking ibnu ammi, like the son of my uncle. Nephew is ibnu akhi, or it could be ibnu ukhti.
So that's how you say this.
Yes. And you have to change it. So if it's the your nephew from your sister, it would be ibnu ukhti instead of ibnu akhi, right? And if it's the daughter, it would be bintu akhi or bintu ukhti. Right? So you have to think before you say nephew or niece. Let's do the last four and then we can be done. So what? And the next one is masmuhu, which means what is his name? Ismuhu Sa'adun. Sa'ad is his name. أمك في البيت الآن. What's أمك في البيت الآن? In the house now. لا ذهبت إلى المستشفى. She went to the hospital. Okay? So you'll have to read this a couple of times to get it. There's a lot of vocab in it, so look back to the lesson and read it again. Um, and then just do the first exercise, which is 9 sentences, which is not that much. And then, inshallah, on Monday, we're going to go through the lesson a little bit more in detail and just get it down, inshallah. Okay? Jazakallah. Just do the first exercise, yeah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.